Hi, and welcome to the City Show. I'm your host, John Zimkus. Today, our first three guests are Arla Tannehill, Ann Smith, and Kathy Feinauer. And they're all from the Blues Festival Committee, the Lebanon Blues Festival Committee. And the Blues Festival is one of the highlights of the summer. When is it going to be this year?
It is always the first Saturday in August, so it'll be August 4th and 5th this year.
First Saturday in August and the Friday night before.
Yeah. Now, how long have you had the two nights? Is that relatively new, or
This
have
is
you
our
been doing that for a while?
Third year. Yeah.
And how many performers do you have?
So there'll be 3 on Friday night this year, and then is it 8 on Saturday?
8
yeah.
on Saturday.
8 on
That
Saturday.
makes 11 total.
Now, I've read that the performers have a local connection. Is that the case this year?
Yes.
All from the Southwest Ohio tri-state area?
At least one member of the band has roots here right around us. So
Now, one of the things I enjoyed reading about it, I don't know if they are scheduled, but is it from the Sacred Hearts all the way down to the Swamp Bees?
Yes.
Okay, so it's quite the spectrum of performers.
Yes.
Yes.
That's right.
hadn't quite put it like that. John.
Yeah. We had a lot of people that had asked for more local bands because normally we bring in headliners from Chicago or Memphis or someplace.
New Orleans.
So, New Orleans. So this year we decided to do a homegrown show. So it's all homegrown talent.
Oh, that's great. Now, it's more than just the performers. There's a lot else going on these 2 days. And what other things can we expect?
Food. They have lots of food.
Lots of good food.
Lots of good food. The cruise in on Saturday. Just Saturday, not Friday night.
Now, what's a cruise-in now?
Well, Ann, you know better than me.
Okay, so instead of doing the car show from a specific time frame and giving out trophies, they're going to try doing a cruise in this year. So cars can come and cruise on into one of the designated parking spots, and it goes until 2 o'clock. And if you need to leave before, like the street was blocked off, so you couldn't get out. But a cruise in allows you to kind of leave if you want to. And
Do you have to register?
I don't know if they're registering this year or not.
See, John,
Usually,
the Lebanon Optimist Club is the one that puts on the Blues Festival. Our little Lebanon Optimist, our little group. But we partner with
run-of-the-mill
Hot Rod Club.
Oh.
So they give a donation back to us to put on this cruise. We're all about collaborating and partnering.
Well, speaking of the Optimist Club, how long have they been putting on the Blues Festival?
Well, this is our 24th year. It should be 25, but that 2020 year that we don't want to ever see again, we didn't have one done.
Yeah. A lot of things were canceled that
Yeah.
year.
Hindsight 2020.
So now you've got, well, you know, the Mulberry Plaza blocked off for the performers and some of the, you told me the food vendors are on Mulberry.
on Mulberry.
And the artisans are on Mechanic, is that
Yes.
correct? What kind of artisans can we expect?
Well, looking at my list here, we have a wide variety. We have people doing wreaths and floral decor. There's henna tattoos, what everybody needs. They're selling jewelry, LED merchandise, recycled record art, and guitar pick jewelry.
Wow, that sounds fascinating.
Yeah, so that's just some of them. So, yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah. And I see you have some merchandise here.
We do.
Is that available for buying at the festival?
It is.
Yeah.
We're still kind of mulling over the cost, but here's our pig T-shirt for this year. It's that new style. It's some kind of a new style. I think our shirts are probably going to be 20, and our caps may be 30 because they're pretty nice little caps this year. So we have some other ones from before. So
Now it's when is the first performance on Friday night?
they start at 5:30.
5:30. And about you give about an hour and a half between each performer. Is that what it is?
Yeah, in that
Yeah.
neighborhood. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
So 3 on Friday, and then they start at what time on Saturday?
11 o'clock.
And it's probably what 11 to 11 as
It
far as
is,
the
yes.
performance go.
Yeah.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, can people bring lawn chairs and things like that?
Please,
We encourage people to bring
But-
lawn chairs.
please no coolers.
Okay.
Okay. We have an adult beverage distribution area that we would like folks to patronize. Patronize?
Patronize.
Okay.
And then
Now,
we also, all of our vendors will sell soft drinks and water and iced tea and flavored lemonades and that kind of thing. So, because we give all of the money away, we don't keep anything. None of us gets paid. We're all volunteers.
Well, no, that's an excellent point. This is a fundraiser for Optimus,
Yes,
and this is your major fundraiser,
yes, it
correct?
is.
And what do you do with the money?
All of the money is given out in grants to youth-serving organizations in Lebanon and Warren County. So since this festival started, we have given over $750,000 back to youth-serving organizations in the county.
Oh, that's fantastic. Now, tell me more about the Optimist. When did it start in Lebanon? Do you know? Or
We do.
yes.
Ann and Arla are both charter members of
Oh,
the club, so
fantastic.
they were there day one.
July 1994. So we've been members since 94.
Yeah.
No, I do know you. You meet in the Golden Lamb, don't you?
We do.
Yeah.
Just like everybody else.
Yeah, I've seen you there several times. Okay. And what is the? Why did they pick the name Optimus? Why Optimus?
Better than pessimist. There's Optimist International. I mean, Optimist Service Club is really not too much different than Kiwanis or Rotary. Everybody knows those folks. What makes our club different is we don't have a endowment like Rotary and Kiwanis does. If our festival does good, all of the proceeds that we have earned is given back to the community. We start out at 0 each year.
Oh.
So we are so grateful to our major sponsors that help us get our foot in the door so we can get all the rentals that we need. Portalettes, oh gee whiz, we need portalettes when you have an adult beverage distribution area. You know, and the chairs and the other things that we rent comes out of the initial funds from our sponsors. So
And who are your sponsors?
Miami Valley Gaming is our title sponsor.
sponsors. This is their third year as our title sponsor. So we're very, very grateful to them.
So Maine Incorporated, LCMB National Bank, I'm reading it, Connor Construction Group, the City of Lebanon, Festo, and Advix. Did I miss anybody?
Those,
Kaufman and Florence.
those are our major sponsors, and we have a lot of smaller sponsors as well. And we're
Now-
grateful for every dime people
Every
give
dollar
us.
we
We are
get.
grateful
Now,
to all of them.
If somebody wants to be a sponsor, can they still be a sponsor?
Absolutely.
If they're a major sponsor, though, like, you know, $4,000 or more, they, of course, won't be on a printed material or on the T-shirts because those things are already printed.
Yes.
But we would make sure that they got on our Facebook page.
Yes.
Kathy does an awesome job keeping up with our Facebook page and YouTube channel and some other things you have. I don't know.
We live stream our festival. We're
Oh,
the
do you?
only festival in Lebanon that is live streamed. So if you can't come to the festival, please watch us on our YouTube channel or on Facebook.
And use the donate button.
Yeah. And during, there's a 15-minute break between bands. During that 15-minute break, we have sponsor ads. So all of our sponsors are thanked during that advertising period. So, and that stays live on our YouTube channel all the
Forever.
time. So those ads do get around. Last year, we had over 80,000 people view the live stream. So all of our sponsors, between every band, they got a little bit of
Oh, that's
blurb
great.
there. We had people watching in Poland last year. So it's just amazing how far the reach is
And we
for
got donations from
electronically.
California.
We did.
Well, speaking of reaching, do you know where the people come from to come to the festival, or any idea?
Of course, locals.
Yes.
And Tri-State, but we have a few wonderful regulars that book in advance their rooms at the Golden Lamb because they come from Cleveland. We have somebody, a couple that comes from Cleveland and another group that comes from Indianapolis. So
Louisville, Kentucky. We have a group.
Yep,
Yeah,
Mhm.
and
comes up from Louisville. So
there's a lady and a man and wife who come from Columbus, and they book at the Serenity B&B right there at Mulberry and Mechanic every year. Last year they booked for this year before they left.
Oh, that's
So,
fantastic.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if you wanted to be a vendor, is there still time to be a vendor?
We do not have any food vendor spots available, but we do have some room still for artisans and craftsmen, as long as you don't need electricity. All of our electrical spots are gone. So
So if you wanted to be a vendor for next year's, wouldn't be a good time to let you know?
be kind of good now.
yeah, now's good too. We're very organized. We can keep it straight.
Oh, great.
Well, seeing as how Ann and I have worked on this festival ever since we adopted it, okay? And there's a few other, Becky Creech has worked on it like forever. Barb Smith, ever since she was involved. So we have, and now Kathy, and a few other folks that we have drug into the mix. But because our core group remains the same, pretty much the same each year, we kind of, what didn't work last year, we don't do. What did work, we do more of. But it's good to have that, we're cohesive, okay?
And continuity, yeah.
Well, and blues is a truly an American type of music. I mean, that and jazz and maybe one or two other things are truly American. And it's a great music. People love that.
Well, it is the root of a lot of different music.
Yes.
Country
Yes,
music.
yes.
Country and rock and roll and
Ex-
so many
exactly.
things got their roots out of blues.
Yeah.
Well, and that's with the festival, we hear from different people. That's too bluesy. That's not bluesy enough. Everybody has their own interpretation of what blues is. And with the bands that our music coordinator gets every year, Jeff, he is awesome. But there's something here for everybody when you look at that list of bands. So even if you're not a blues fan, you're going to love this music, and they're going to sing songs that you know.
Well, that can be true almost any kind of music. If you put out country there, well, that's not country enough, or that's
Yes.
too pop or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, that's great.
So, John, I think it's real important for us to mention once again, yes, please bring your own lawn chairs or whatever. Anybody who knows downtown Lebanon knows that we do not have a parking garage. We don't have one. So a couple of years ago, we designated an Uber, Lyft, drop, pickup area. It's on, is that Mound Street? Kind of across the street from the Breakfast Club, right next to the Auto Bank for LCMB. So you can Uber in and Uber out, or Lyft, or however, or if somebody just wants to drop you off. So that's a designated spot. That
You didn't mean Mound. Was it Warren you're talking about?
is
I
it
think
Warren
it's Silver,
Street?
actually.
Silver
Is
Street.
it Silver Street? Okay,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
It's at Silver and Mechanic.
Okay.
And we have a couple of parking spots there designated for pickup and drop off. So whether it's Uber, Lyft, Grandma, whoever wants to drop someone off, you can pull in there next to the LCMB ATM, let people
Okay.
out. You're within a block of the festival. So it's very easy. And if you Uber or Lyft or have a designated driver, you don't have to worry about how many adult beverages
You
you
consume.
consume. So then you can get picked up in the same place.
Now, the stage is in the middle of Mulberry, is that
Cherry,
Cherry and
and
Mulberry.
Mulberry.
Yeah.
Kind of diagonal.
Well, and so you have the entire length of Mulberry to Broadway to see, plus beyond Broadway, because you have Broadway blocked off.
We do.
So is West Mulberry involved with anything?
No.
So
we
it's from the corner of West Mulberry all the way to Cherry, you could hear and see the performers.
From Broadway to Cherry,
Yeah,
yes.
fantastic.
And we also put seating out in the middle of Cherry Street because that road there is limited access. We let the bands come in and out on Cherry Street.
Well, it sounds fantastic. Is there anything else we should let the people know about the Blues Festival? Now, it's rain or shine, right?
Rain or shine.
Okay.
Don't
We will
you-
be there.
You are not supposed to swear on television.
We don't say that four-letter R word.
Okay.
We never say that.
Well, if I take my umbrella to it, it won't rain. So,
There you
Okay,
go.
bring it.
Yeah,
Bring your umbrella.
well, thank you so very much for being with us today and letting us know about this fantastic Lebanon Blues Festival.
We thank you.
Thanks.
My pleasure.
Good to see you, John.
We'll be right back.